If you want to look up some data within your worksheet or your workbook for that matter, and you got a lot of data to go through, go ahead and use the Find feature. You can either come up here on the Home tab to the Editing group and click on Find and Select and choose Find. Brings up the Find and Replace window, or close out. The shortcut keys are Control F. And what do we want to find? Let's say we want to find 475. You can see it right there, 475. Hit Enter, and it finds the first one. Click Find Next to go to the next one, or better yet, click on Find All, and let me click and drag the title bar of the window so I can move the window. And down below, hover over the bottom border of the window until you can see arrows pointing in opposite directions. Click and drag to expand that down to see everything that it found that contains 475. And you can go ahead and click on the links there to advance right to it quickly. Now if I want to go ahead and replace this number, this value, with another, then come up here with the Find and Replace window open, click on Replace, and then type in a number, and then go ahead and click on Replace. Whatever cell it was in when you click Replace, it replaces it and goes to the next cell. So you can see over here it's 450. When I click Replace, well, the current cell that it's in right now is D18. It'll change that to 450 and then go to the next one. And if you got a lot to go through, just click on Replace All. And the remainder placements that were made were 5, so good, we're done. Now what about looking through the entire workbook? How do I do that? Well, let's go ahead and close out and see if we got anything else in the workbook, like on sheet 2. Hey, we've got a 450 there. Let's go back to sheet 1 and do Control F again and type in 450 and click on Find Next, or again, Find All. Go ahead and click and drag that up. Click and drag the border, the bottom of the window down so I can see everything there. And it's only looking in sheet 1. If I want to look in all the other worksheets within the workbook, then we need to open up the options and change it from within the sheet to the workbook and click on Find All, and it found that one on sheet 2, and you can see it says sheet 2 there. Click on it to go to it, and then click on it to go to the others back on sheet 1. And in addition to within, you can search by rows, by columns, or look in formulas, values, and comments. Or it has to be an exact match case or match the entire cell contents. And to keep it simple, how about we do one other? Instead of looking for a value, how about formats? So for example, if I go ahead and I'm looking for 450, and let's say I also want to look for a cell that contains the format, click on Format, a certain type of number format, alignment, font, borders. Let's keep it simple and select bold and click Okie dokie. And when I click on Find All, it can't find anything that contains both the criteria 450 and also in bold the formatting here. And you can see the preview of what I had selected. So if I delete what I'm finding here, that criteria, and I'm just looking for anything that's bold, click on Find All. It found the two. It's the titles for the mini databases, which is essential oils for US and the UK. We can go down to the UK. So you want to keep this in mind because if you go ahead and close the options so you can no longer see the formatting, that it's still there, and you say, okay, I want to go ahead and look for 514, you can see it right there. I want to tell you about it so you know that it's there. 514, and click on Find Next. It can't find it. Why? Click Okie dokie, because when you expand the window here and click on Options, it's looking for the combination of 514 and the format, which is bold. So if we want to find that value here, and not any formatting with it, then we need to clear it. Click on the drop down arrow and clear the Find format. And then we can go ahead and click on Find All, and it found it. Let's go ahead and change it up just a bit and delete 514. In fact, let's go ahead and close out. Let's apply some formatting to some of these cells here. And let's do red here and red there. And then go ahead and Control F. And instead of choosing the drop down arrow, to choose the format here, you can actually pull in the formatting from a selected cell without having to open up the window and say, okay, I want this formatting, because in a cell, you can have multiple formats applied to the same cell. You can have it in bold, in red, number type format. I mean, that's a lot to come and click on Format and to bounce around from tab to tab to select all the formats. Instead, close out, go ahead and click on the drop down arrow and say that you want to choose the formatting from a cell. And you can see that when I move my mouse, I've got the white cross. It's in selection mode, and I want to select this cell right here. And you can see the eyedropper. When I click on it, it's going to go ahead and suck in the formatting from that cell into the eyedropper, And there's the preview right there. So that's what it's looking for. So when I click on Find All, there you go. It finds only the cells that contains the formatting that I pulled in by choosing it from this cell and displays it down below here. So you've got the two here with the red font format. Now be sure to clear it, because if you don't and you keep Excel open and you try to look for something else, you won't be able to find it unless it has that formatting applied to it. Thanks for watching. Hey, as a quick reminder, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. You can also click on me and subscribe to my channel, get notified of the latest videos, and for only $2 a month, you can have access to all my Microsoft Office training videos.